Who is it?
It's Ridge.
This could be major trouble. Hi, Ridge. What's up?
You know damn well what's up, Clarke. I went to see Kristen last night, as you suggested. And of course, Mick Savage was there.
I hope you understand why I wanted you to see for yourself, without naming names.
What I don't understand, Clarke, is why you allowed this to happen.
Allowed it to happen. Mick has been stalking Kristen for years, ever since they were involved in New York. She didn't tell you about that, did she?
No, she didn't.
Well, that's how they met, when she was in New York. When she was at school there. They were lovers, Ridge. They lived together.
And there really is an involvement.
It's not an involvement. It's an attachment. A sick attachment. So, what did Kristen do when she saw you at the door?
She wondered what brought me over there.
In other words, if I was involved.
She suspected you had something to do with it, yes.
And did you confirm that suspicion?
No. Does it matter?
Well, obviously she didn't want you or the family to know about Mick.
And you helped her keep that secret.
Until yesterday.
In spite of the fact you can't stand Mick Savage, you're still apparently in love with my sister.
What are you getting at?
Why'd you do it, Clarke? You could have blown Mick Savage out of the water at any time, but you didn't.
I have my reasons.
Kristen's got something on you, doesn't she? What is it, Clarke? What is my sister holding over your head?
How do you feel?
Fine.
Any chest discomfort?
No.
What about palpitations?
No, nothing at all. Hi, Eric.
Hello, Miss Forrester.
Eric, this is Dr. Oshiro. He performed the procedure.
Well, hello, Doctor. How did it go?
Just as I suspected. When we did the angiogram on your wife, we found a blockage in one of her arteries.
Is it serious?
Well, any blockage is serious. So since we already had the catheter in her, and of course since we had your wife's consent, we went ahead and performed the angioplasty.
Now, that's the balloon procedure.
Mm-hmm, that's right. It removed the blockage completely.
I feel like a brand new person.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's quite a remarkable procedure, actually. When successful, which is often, it can eliminate the problem altogether.
I get to go home tomorrow, Eric. Isn't that great?
Of course, you'll have a number of medications you'll have to take, and a set of instructions that I'd like to go over with both of you later. Well, I have some other patients I have to see. I'll stop by later, Stephanie.
Dr. Oshiro. Thank you very much.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Goodbye.
Come and sit here. Oh, this has got to be one of the happiest days of my life.
All right. I want an explanation right now.
For what?
For that look on your face, big sister. Something's going on here, and I want in on it.
Is it another woman? Is that what my sister's holding over your head?
Another woman? Ridge, since I've married your sister, I've been so squeaky clean I could be an Eagle Scout.
And yet you allowed this joker from New York to steal your wife away?
Ridge, I fought it. Harder than anything I fought in my life. But what the hell am I supposed to do? She claims she loves this guy. Now, if I blow him out of the water, she'll never talk to me again.
But that's exactly what you did, Clarke.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm beginning to see the light.
Yeah, what light is that?
Mick's got her in his grimy clutches. She'll never be free from that sniveling pervert. He is self-obsessed, egocentric, and dangerous. Ridge, I'm telling you, he's got a spell on Kristen. Well, you can call it sour grapes if you want to, Ridge, but I promise you, you're gonna lose her just like I did. She's already backing away from the family. How often do you see her now? It's because of Mick Savage. And the longer that she's with him, the more distant she'll become from all of us.
My sister's a big girl now, Clarke. She says she's in love. She must know what she's doing.
What those two share is not love. It's an obsession. Why the hell do you think she keeps it a secret? Because she's ashamed. She knows it's wrong and sick, and her family would never approve.
Look, I can't talk about this anymore. I've got to go.
Ridge, just think about this. Now, I know what I'm talking about. That man is no good. And I don't say this out of jealousy, but out of concern. And out of love for my wife.
Nothing is going on, Donna. Something happened in the past couple days. You're different.
Different? How?
I don't know. You seem almost more accepting of things.
Well, things are as they are. So, how else should I be?
Have you met someone already?
Like who?
Like a guy to take Ridge's place.
Donna, will you please stop?
Why won't you let me in? You can't hide it from me, Brooke. We're too close. You're eventually gonna have to tell me.
All right, I will tell you. But it's nothing remotely like what you're thinking.
Go on.
Well, it's kind of silly. But it did happen, so I guess...
What happened?
The other night, Eric Forrester, he kissed me.
I'll tell you the truth. I'm very relieved. I know this could have been much more serious.
Stephanie, this was serious.
But I'm fine now, and I'm going home tomorrow. I cannot wait to get out of here.
If I were you, I wouldn't rush things.
Well, I want to rush it. I want to get home. I want to be with my family, and I want to be with you. Don't I remember correctly? Weren't you starting to court me all over again? Come on, don't be so serious. You're not going to lose me. Not yet, I hope. I'm yours. I'm all yours for years and years to come.
Caroline? I'm home. Caroline?
Hi.
You look terrific.
Thank you. Honey, you look a little worse for wear.
Well, it's just one of those days.
Oh. Well, I have some wonderful news for you.
Yeah? What's that?
Your day is going to get significantly better.
Eric, I bet you haven't slept in days.
I'll survive.
You'd better. You know what I was thinking? Why don't you call Kristen and see if you can't book she and Clarke again for dinner one night over the weekend? We can go to the play. I'd really love to go to that play, and I know I'm going to be perfectly fine with it.
Stephanie.
What?
We're not going anywhere this weekend.
Oh, Eric. I suppose you're going to tell me that wouldn't be the prudent thing to do. Well, I want to get going. I feel perfectly fine. And we were getting on track, and everything was just wonderful. We had a great momentum going. I wanted to continue. I'm going to be perfectly fine very soon. I'm sorry. You must be exhausted. I can see it in your face. Why don't you go home and sleep? We can talk later. Eric. Everything's going to be fine. It's going to be just the way it was before, only better. I promise.
My day already got significantly better when I walked through that door. By the way, where'd you get this dress?
Well, I had been saving it for a very special occasion.
Yeah, what occasion is that?
I was going to wear it our first night in Greece on our honeymoon.
Oh, too bad we never made it that far.
We would have been there tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But of course, you know, we could pretend that we're there.
What, that we were in Athens?
Uh-huh. For instance, we could pretend that we were in a very intimate restaurant in the center of town with a beautiful view of the Acropolis and those haunting lights that bathe the Parthenon. Perhaps there would be a lone troubadour who was playing his bouzouki. Do you remember that night in Athens?
You know, it all seems to be coming back to me now.
The wonderful service that we had, and the ouzo, the candlelight.
This is more than I can believe.
Well, you don't have to believe it because it's a memory.
Being created?
Right here on the spot.
What else did we do that night?
Oh, do you mean before dinner or after dinner?
Either.
Well, why don't I tell you after dinner? About after dinner. But I do remember that this was the moment that I kissed you.
I am so glad that that happened.
I think it went just like this. Eric Forrester kissed you?
Yes.
On the cheek?
No.
On the hand?
No. He kissed me on the lips. Very much on the lips.
Eric Forrester kissed you on the lips?
Yes. But it would be a big, emphasize big, mistake to make anything out of this.
Well, for my money, it would be a big mistake not to. Brooke, this is unbelievable.
It was very innocent.
What was the context? I mean, why did he do it?
Well, he was down and out. He has a very big problem, Donna.
Nothing that kissing my big sister won't cure.
Well, you cut it out. This is serious.
That's what I've been saying.
I'm not talking about the kiss. I'm talking about Eric's situation. He's facing a big dilemma.
What, he discovered that he's married to the Wicked Witch of the Hills?
He's not well, Donna. And his children expect him to be very supportive.
That's gotta be a tough one to handle.
I just wish there was something that I could say to him. Something that would help solve the problem.
Well, it seems like it's not what you say, Brooke, but what you do that helps.
Donna, for the last time, the kiss meant nothing. He was very vulnerable, he needed support, and there was nowhere to turn. I mean, he couldn't even discuss this with his own children. I just happened to be there. I'm certain that's all it is.
So how are you enjoying your dinner in Athens?
I couldn't ask for more.
Well, actually, you could.
Dare I?
You could try. You never know what might happen next.
Let me get rid of this first. Hello.
Good, you're home.
Mother, how you doing?
Fine. Guess what? They did the angioplasty.
You really should have called us, you know.
Why, honey, they weren't going to let you in when they were doing the procedure. Besides, it was painless.
Well, how'd it go?
Fine. As a matter of fact, the doctor said I can come home tomorrow.
That's wonderful.
But it gets better yet. After your father left, the doctor came back, and I talked him into letting me go home tonight.
You're serious?
Yes, that's why I'm calling you. I've been trying to reach Thorne to ask him to come and get me.
Why Thorne?
Because your father's exhausted, and I know that you are otherwise occupied, Mr. Newlywed. Now, would you just go up to the house for me, please, and see if you can find Thorne and get him to come and get me?
All right, Mother, sure. Bye-bye. No way, Mother. Dad's gonna be the one to pick you up.
Well, Brooke, I'm not so certain that there's not a whole lot more here than you're choosing to see.
You're wrong. Will you please get that? I need to get some more tea.
Mr. Forrester.
Hello, Donna. Is Brooke at home?
Yes, come in. Brooke, there's someone here to see you. I was just on my way out. Bye.